Hello everyone, my name is Julia, and I am a 40-year-old financial specialist at an online bank. Today, as I stand in the grand entrance of my inherited mansion, the weight of my father's legacy feels both comforting and daunting. The walls around me are not just structures, but repositories of his dreams and aspirations. This house, valued at an astonishing $150 million, represents his life's dedication, a dedication now passed down to me. Philip, my husband, with a beam of pride illuminating his face, welcomes me with open arms into what used to be my childhood playground. His enthusiasm as he explores the spacious room is almost infectious. But beneath his excitement, there's a layer of curiosity that seems out of place, like he's seeing everything with new, calculating eyes. The mansion, crafted meticulously by my father from his considerable wealth, was always meant to be a masterpiece of art and comfort. It was his gift to me, his only child, a sanctuary filled with precious memories and echoes of laughter. And as the last leaves of autumn fell, marking the end of an era with my father's passing, this gift became my sole responsibility. Philip's gestures, mirroring his joy, cannot fully mask the subtle hints of entitlement that have started to creep into our conversations lately. He often mentions how the mansion, now ostensibly ours, should really be seen as a joint asset. Despite my attempts to explain the sentimental and legal reasons why this inheritance is mine alone, he persists. His confidence is unwavering, armed with a smirk and a legal pad always too close at hand. This house, with its towering columns and sweeping gardens, is more than a structure of bricks and mortar to me. It is a testament to everything my father believed in: hard work, dedication, and the belief that he was building a future for his daughter. As I navigate through life without him, the challenge of holding onto his legacy in the face of Philip's growing assertiveness looms large. Yet, amidst this brewing storm, I am determined to honor my father's memory and protect the inheritance that is rightfully mine. As the days turn into weeks, the warmth of the mansion shifts subtly under the strain of growing tensions. Philip's curiosity about my inheritance gradually morphs into an assertive claim, as he repeatedly suggests that the mansion, my legacy, should now belong to us both. "It's our home too," he says, his voice steady, eyes locked on mine, seeking not just my agreement, but my acquiescence. His perspective seems practical from a marital standpoint, but to me, it's a betrayal of the promise I made to my father. This mansion isn't just property, it's the physical embodiment of my father's trust in me. Despite explaining this to Philip, he remains undeterred. His logic is shrouded in legalities and shared futures, but to me, it feels like an invasion into a sacred personal legacy. The conversations become a recurring loop, with Philip bringing up names of lawyers and talk of estate planning for our future. His approach is logical yet cold, missing the emotional value and the personal promises that tie me to this house. I find myself repeatedly pointing to the will, my name written clearly as the sole beneficiary, but Philip's persistence casts a shadow over our once peaceful home. One night, as we sit across from each other in the vast living room, the air thick with unsaid words, Philip lays out documents on the coffee table. "We need to think about the future, Julia. It's not just about us anymore," he insists, hinting at the prospect of starting a family. His words hang between us, a manipulation draped in concern. I respond with silence, feeling the weight of my father's portrait watching over us, his gaze almost pleading for preservation of his intentions. As Philip continues to outline his plans, the mansion feels less like home and more like a battleground for my heritage. In these moments, I cling to the memories of my father, letting them guide my resolve to stand firm. This house is more than walls and luxury. It's a legacy meant for me to uphold, not to be divided. As autumn deepens, so does the rift between Philip and me. One chilly evening, the crackling of the fireplace is overshadowed by Philip's unexpected announcement. He hands me a stack of papers with a stark declaration: "I've taken the step to secure our future." The documents tremble in my hands as I scan them. Philip, with the help of a legal advisor, has transferred the mansion's ownership into his name. The betrayal slices through the last thread of trust one held for him. He explains, his voice steady, "It's about being practical, Julia. It's for us. But this mansion was never meant to be for us. It was my sanctuary, my inheritance." The shock of his unilateral decision, made in the guise of securing our collective future, leaves me speechless. Philip's face is a mask of resolve, but beneath it I see a flicker of something else, perhaps uncertainty, perhaps guilt. I retreat to my father's study, a place filled with the essence of his wisdom. Here, surrounded by his books and memories, I find the clarity I need. I pull out the original will from the safe, the document clearly naming me as the sole heir. My resolve hardens. This battle for my inheritance is not just about the property, but about respecting my father's wishes and protecting my own rights. The next morning, I confront Philip, armed with the original documents and an unwavering voice. This is not what we agreed on, and it's certainly not what my father intended, I say, the will firm in my grasp. Philip's confidence wavers, his plan unraveling as the reality of legal and ethical boundaries sets in. As the realization dawns on him that his actions have fractured beyond just legalities, the temperature in the room seems to drop. What started as a partnership is now marred by a grave misstep, one that threatens to upend everything we have built together. The morning light filters softly through the windows of the mansion as I prepare for the confrontation that will determine the future of my inheritance. Armed with the true ownership documents, I face Philip in the calm yet cold expanse of our dining room, where the evidence of his betrayal lays scattered on the table. Philip, this has to stop, I begin, my voice steady despite the storm raging inside me. I lay the authentic legal documents before him. My father's will clear with my name as the sole heir. Philip's face pales as he realizes the gravity of his mistake. The fabricated documents he was led to believe were legitimate crumble in legitimacy under the weight of the irrefutable truth. This house was my father's legacy to me, not to us, I continue, each word etched with the pain of betrayal and the strength of my resolve. Philip attempts to interject, his earlier confidence now shaken, replaced by a desperate need to explain his actions. I thought it would secure our future, to have everything clear, legally, he stammers, but his words fall flat, the hollowness of his justification echoing in the silent room. The conversation turns heated as Philip grasps the severity of his actions, the division he's driven not just between our assets, but between us. As he scrambles to salvage his position, the reality of his deceit cuts deeper, exposing the fractures in our relationship that may be beyond repair. I assert my position firmly, guided by the legacy of integrity and respect instilled in me by my father. I cannot overlook this, Philip. You tried to take away my heritage, my right, without my consent. The realization that our marriage has been compromised by greed and misunderstanding settles heavily between us. Philip looks away, unable to meet my gaze, his earlier bravado replaced by remorse. This is not just a legal battle, it's a profound personal betrayal. As the finality of the situation dawns on Philip, he murmurs an apology, weak and inadequate against the backdrop of his actions. But the damage is done, and the path to reconciliation seems fraught with too many obstacles. Determined to uphold my father's wishes and protect my inheritance, I make the difficult decision to move forward alone, setting the stage for a legal and emotional separation that will redefine the future of the mansion and my life. In the quiet aftermath of our confrontation, the decision to divorce Philip becomes a painful but necessary path to reclaim my life and legacy. As winter approaches, I begin the transformation of the mansion into a vibrant rental villa, a tribute to my father's vision of sharing joy and hospitality. The process of renovation serves as a catharsis. Each room I redesign and every piece of art I choose echoes a piece of my past and a hope for my future. The mansion, once a battleground of betrayal, gradually turns into a place teeming with life and laughter. I work closely with my mother, who supports my decisions and helps me navigate this new chapter. Our first guests arrive in the early spring, their delight and wonder at the beauty of the villa affirming my decision. The sounds of children playing in the garden and couples strolling through the halls fill the space with new memories, pushing the shadows of the past further away. Through hard work and dedication, the villa becomes known not just for its architectural beauty, but for the warmth and welcoming spirit we foster. Each event hosted, from intimate weddings to joyful family reunions, adds to the fabric of our new life, weaving resilience and renewal into the very walls of the mansion. This transformation is not just about business, it's a healing process. It allows me to honor my father's memory in a way that feels true to his values and vision. The villa, now a symbol of rebirth and new beginnings, stands as a testament to overcoming adversity and finding strength in the face of betrayal. As I watch the sunset from the mansion's balcony, now bustling with guests, a sense of peace settles over me. I have turned a place of personal turmoil into a source of joy and community, ensuring that the legacy of the mansion and my father's dreams continue to thrive. As the rental villa flourishes, so does my connection with the community and my own sense of fulfillment. Working alongside my mother, our bond strengthens, and together we manage the villa with a harmony that seems to echo through its halls. Spring blooms vibrant and full of promise. Our garden becomes a sanctuary not just for our guests, but for me as well. I find solace in the soil, in the act of planting and nurturing new life, mirroring my own growth. The villa's success brings people from various walks of life into our fold, each visitor adding their own story to the rich tapestry of the mansion's history. Our efforts are rewarded not just in financial stability, but in the joy and satisfaction of our guests. Their laughter and appreciation fill the rooms, and the villa quickly becomes a sought-after destination for events. From lively birthday celebrations to elegant garden weddings, each gathering reinforces the mansion's legacy as a place of joy and celebration. This chapter of my life, marked by recovery and new beginnings, is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The villa, once a symbol of familial legacy and personal strife, now stands as a beacon of hospitality and healing, a place where new memories are made and old ones are cherished. As I walk through the villa, witnessing the happiness it brings to others, I am reminded of the transformative power of embracing change and finding purpose in the face of adversity. As the first anniversary of my father's memorial approaches, the villa is filled with the soft murmur of guests and the gentle clink of glasses. This day, meant for reflection and remembrance, brings an unexpected visitor, Philip. His appearance is a stark contrast to the tranquil setting, his features marked by the toll of a challenging year. He approaches with a hesitant step, his eyes searching for understanding, and begins to apologize amidst the quiet buzz of the gathering. His voice cracks with emotion, his presence pulling the focus from the memorial's purpose. The discomfort among my relatives is palpable, whispers fill the air, stirring a mixture of pity and discomfort. In the midst of this disturbance, I find the strength to confront the situation with grace. "Philip, this isn't the time or place," I say quietly, guiding him away from the guests. My request is firm yet gentle, aimed at preserving the sanctity of the day. As security escorts him out, a mix of relief and sorrow washes over me. This encounter, while painful, reaffirms my decision to move forward, untethered from our past. In the aftermath, I decide it's time to truly let go, to seek new horizons beyond the walls of the villa that has seen so much transformation. The decision to relocate and start fresh elsewhere is not easy, but it feels necessary. The villa, now a thriving hub of joy and community, will continue under the management of a trusted team. This allows me to embark on a personal journey of discovery, one that honors both my father's legacy and my own aspirations. As I prepare to leave, I take one last look at the villa, its gardens lush and vibrant under the setting